Okay, got a battle here against a guy, Aviator99 from Smogan. This is OU, and I know it's been a while, guys, but yeah, I recorded this in high quality, so I don't know. Maybe it'll turn out high quality. I can't really tell from this point. Anyway, I lead off with Gyarados because most of his team looks defensive. I have Taunt, but he's gonna lead off with his BMW because he likes to just shove it in my face. I'm like, that ain't even cool, y'all. So yeah, that's what. So anyway, I'm going to switch out because I still don't want to take a Stone Edge even after an Intimidate. So I actually go into Virizion. He goes into Ferrothorn, and he's fearing the fighting move, so he's going to switch out. But I'm also going to switch out and go into Heatran. And, yeah, so he's going to switch out, go into Gliscor, and that works out great for him. I don't know if he was predicting the Heatran or if he just, was switching for Gits and Jiggles. But now he switches again and goes into Slugworth, which is a great name for Gastrodon. That's that's awesome. And I go into Latios again, so we both have backstage passes to Switch Fest 2011. But I'm predicting one of two things: Ice Beam or Toxic. I know he's not going to go for the Earth Power because it's called. I'm especially defensive, Heatran, so I'm going to stay in. Hope that he doesn't have Earth Power and go for the Stealth Rock. He doesn't. He actually has Boiling Water. And the Scald is going to do like a fourth to me because, again, max special bulk, so that's fine. Now, I feel like he might have been predicting a switch, so he still might have the Earth Power, so I'm going to go into Virizion just in case. He goes for the Scald again, and he's going to get the burn, and, Bambi's mom is just always gets, the short end of the stick, you know what I'm saying? And it's just, it ain't right, So I know he's not going to stay in. So I'm going to go for the Calm Mind. Luckily, I'm not physically based, because that burn would have totally ruined my day. But I'm going to go for the Calm Mind. And in comes Ferrothorn. And I do have the Focus Blast. And I know that Ferrothorn is usually, like, pretty specially bulky. The standard set's pretty specially bulky. So I'm going to go for the Focus Blast. I didn't expect it to take it out after a single Calm Mind, because Virizion's special attack is kind of average Joe's. So that almost takes it out, though. It lives with just survives with just a little bit. He's gonna go for the Gyro Ball, and I live with 13, and after leftovers 33, but the burn's gonna kill me. So if I hadn't have gotten that burn, I would have been able to survive 2-hit KO this Ferrothorn and keep my freaking Virizion. But no, Bambi's mom has to die again. Nature is just cruel. It's not right. So I'm gonna go into Mojave, Mojave, and go for the Lava Plume on the switch to try and take him out. But he's actually gonna go into this. I was kind of predicting that, but I was hoping maybe he'd get a burn. And I figure if he hasn't used it at this point, he doesn't have the Earth Power. I'm going to go for the Toxic. And it's going to be really important to get this thing Toxic because it carries Recover. And, yeah. So, that's cool. So he's going to go for the Scald as I go for the Toxic. It's going to leave me with about half HP, which I'm fine with, because that's all good. It's cool, bruh. So I'm gonna switch out and go to Latios because now that my Virizzion's gone, I have basically my Latios is like the only special attacker on my team besides Heatran, which takes a fourth in the Scald. So the Scald doesn't do very much of anything, and luckily I'm able to not get the burn. So I'm going to switch out here and go into Gyarados, predicting, I don't know exactly what I was predicting, maybe an Ice Beam. Yeah, I was probably predicting he had Ice Beam, but he actually goes to the cover. That really doesn't bother me. And Gyarados can't really do much to Gastrodon, but I can taunt him so that he can't recover or Toxic or any of that junk. But I actually switch back into Latios, predicting a switch, and he does switch. And he goes into his Ferrothorn. So that's good, and any move I'm going to do on this Ferrothorn is going to kill it at this point, so... Oh, freaking lag! Oh, balls. So, I'm going to go for the Dragon Pulse. I am Specs Latios, so that is going to easily take out his Ferrothorn. And oh my god, this lag is just do now. So he's gonna go into Bronzong. Obviously, Dragon Balls is not gonna be doing much to it, so I'm gonna go into Mojave, and he's gonna go for the Trick Room, and I'm like, shit! Oh, what? No, that's bad. Because Trick Room is kind of anti-metagame, and it could potentially fuck some shit up. So I don't want to take an Earthquake, so I'm going to go into Gyarados, which is a twofold check, because avoid the Earthquake, resist the Gyro Ball, and get an Intimidate off. So, you know, it's just, it's good stuff all around. So he goes in his Electros, and I'm like, shit, Electros, oh, fuck. And I go for the Taunt. I don't know why I went for the Taunt, but I didn't want to go for the Waterfall, basically because he still has that Gastrodon. And if it comes in and gets Storm Drain, that's not going to be fun. So I'm going to have to switch out. I predicted a Thunderbolt, so I go to my specially defensive Heatran. He actually goes for the Wild Bolt, and I was like, what? Shit. And that's going to easily be able to 2-hit KO me, even though he just has leftovers. Because I'm not physically bulky, and so I'm just going to leave Heatran in. He's done his job, he's gotten rocks up, he's toxic the Gastrodon, and, you know, it's pretty good stuff. His Ferrothorn's dead, so, yeah, it's pretty good. So, he's going to kill me off with the second Wild Bolt, and, so his Taunt wears off, and the Twisted Dimensions return back to normal. So I go into Terrakion, and this was a horrible play because I totally forgot that he has a Gliscor. So I'm just going to go for the close combat. I was like, nothing on his team resists it, and then I totally forgot and face-palmed all over myself. When this Gliscor comes in and takes nothing from a close combat. So I'm Jolly Scarf Terrakion. There's really nothing I can do to this Gliscor. And I don't want to die horribly to an Earthquake, so I'm just going to switch out to Gyarados, because, you know, dodge the Earthquake, get the Intimidate, and all that good stuff. So I get the Intimidate. He does go for that Earthquake, which is great. I think I'm just going to go for the Taunt again, like I've been doing the entire game. This Gyarados didn't do much this battle, but it was actually pretty useful. So he's going to go into Slugbirth, and I'm pretty sure I go for the Taunt here again. Which is good because I guess since I went for the Taunt before, he was now predicting that I'd just go straight for a Waterfall, but I don't, and that means that this Gastrodon can't Toxic or Recover or do any of that annoying shit that Gastrodons tend to do. So, Boiling Water is obvious because it's pretty much all he can do, and a burn on the Gyarados would be pretty good, but he actually switches out and goes back into Eelberta, which is a funny name. I love this guy's team. Because it, you know, it's not whorish like my team, and it's not weather. So weather just pisses me off, just because it's like, you know, fighting the same battle over and over again because everyone uses the same weather team when they use weather. Anyway, I decide I know he has a Bronzong and I know it's coming in, but it doesn't have recovery, and I just want to hit it with a Draco Meteor, and I couldn't lock myself into Surf because of that Gastrodon. So I know that he's gonna go for the Trick Room, so I'm gonna go into Clamps. He's bad stuck Clamp in your face. So he's gonna go for the Trick Room. And, you know, I knew that was gonna happen. And I knew that, I got that bulk right there. So I can take an Earthquake or any of that crap. And I go for the Bug Bite. I'm pretty sure that would have taken him out, anyway, if I didn't get the crit. But I had Bullet Punch also, so if I would have been able to 2-hit KO with Bullet Punch, you know, I don't think it mattered. That's what I'm saying. So he goes into Eelberta. I'm like, alright, these things usually carry Flamethrower. It's time to switch out. So I go into Stash Face. Kind of risky because he could have just gone for the Wild Bolt and killed me. But, damn lag. Oh my god. So yeah, he goes for the Flamethrower. And that's going to do nothing to me. And I also get the Intimidate on it, which means that I can now switch back into Scizor on the Wild Bolts. And, yeah, with the Intimidate, it's not, hopefully it won't 2-hit KO me. So he goes for the Wild Bolt. And, yeah, it's not a 2-hit KO. But I don't want to take a Flamethrower. So my plan here was I thought, okay, I'll go back to Gyarados. And I have Defense EVs, I have HP EVs, he is at -2 attack. He's mixed. I was like, surely, even if he goes for the Wild Bolt, that I'll survive it with him at -2. Yep, Nope. I die horribly. So, his mustache was not enough to keep him alive, and stash face goes down. So, he takes a lot from the recoil, so if I just stayed in, I could have roosted or bug buzzed and killed him. I mean, bug bite. Yeah. What am I talking about? So, I'm gonna go into Latios, and I know that nothing on his team can take a Draco Meteor. Nothing. Not even his Bronzong at this point. So, or no, his Bronzong's dead. What the fuck am I talking about? Ah! So, he wisely fodders off his Electros because it's not very useful to him now that he doesn't have Bronzong and Trick Room and stuff. So he's going to go into his Heracross, which I'm thinking probably Scarf. That's why I brought it in. He's going to go for the Mega Horn. So I'm going to go back into Clamps, who unfortunately takes too much from that Mega Horn. He's not going to be able to clamp some people. So it's pretty unfortunate. But yeah. So he's going to switch out for some reason. I guess he was fearing Bullet Punch. He didn't want to take that residual damage. I switch out also and go into Terrakion because I 4 times resist the Mega Horn. But this is a horrible matchup for me, so I'm going to have to switch out. And I know that it's basically a free switch into Latios. Even if he goes for the Ice Fang, it's not going to do that much to me. But he actually goes for the Swords Dance. I'm not really sure why. I guess he was predicting a switch, but I know that a Draco Meteor is easily just going to be able to massacre that freaking Gliscor. So I'm going to go for the Draco Meteor. And I have a plan on how to win this. He's got the Heracross and the Poison Gastrodon left. So basically, I know that he's going to go into the Heracross because I know that I'm like 99% sure that it's Scarfed now. And so I'm going to fodder off Clamps, and it's necessary. It's sad, but necessary. So, fodder off Clamps. He locks himself into close combat, maybe predicting the switch to Terrakion, because Mega Horn would be pretty obvious. But now I can go into Latios knowing that he's locked into close combat, and as long as I can 2-hit KO the Gastrodon, I win. Because, you know, Latios and Terrakion together resist both of Heracross's stabs. And he has to lock himself into a move because he's Scarfed. So I go for the Draco Meteor. It's kind of risky. I probably should have gone for the Dragon Pulse because I think I did a calc. I'm pretty sure it's a 2-hit KO regardless. And if this second Draco Meteor had missed, I would have lost. That's just how it is. But luckily, it doesn't. I'm able to take out the Gastrodon, and the game is basically mine at this point. So he's going to go into his Scarf Heracross, and after 3 turns of Stealth Rock, he goes for the Mega Horn. It misses. Doesn't matter because I also missed my Draco Meteor, which is kind of funny, but it wouldn't have done anything because I'm at like -4. But he's going to hit the second Mega Horn, and that's easily going to kill Latios. But Terrakion is going to 4 times resist it, and I'm Scarfed anyway, so I outspeed. So, great game, dude. I don't know if this guy's a YouTube. If he does, I'll put it in the description, and comment, rate, sub, and see you later, guys. Peace.